Hey, this is your quick start guide to building a fully functional deployed AI agent today with zero line of code. In the beginning, we will explain what makes up an AI agent, then we will implement one step by step using NHN, and as I said, no need to code at all. And as always, I want to make sure you truly understand what I'm explaining. Therefore, along the video, there will be assessment questions. If you can understand them and answer them correctly, that means you actually are following and you can build an AI agent. If not, then you have to watch again. I'm kidding. But before I forget, this video is sponsored by Numeric. I'll talk about them later on in the video. Let's go ahead. But before we get started, I want to quickly explain what is an AI agent. So from a practical perspective, an AI agent is software that uses AI to pursue goals and complete tasks on behalf of users. Example, a customer service agent that can take users' queries and resolve them. Second one, a sales assistant agent can qualify leads, book meetings, and follow up with prospects. There are many types of AI agents, but all of them have 6 core components. The 6 core components are the following. First, a model, the brain of the agent, GPT, Cloud, Gemini, it could be a small or large model. Second, the tools, the function it can use, like accessing your calendar to book appointments. Third, knowledge and memory, storing context, past sessions, or domain-specific data. Fourth, audio and speech. This one, it enables natural communication with humans. Guardrails, safety checks to prevent bad behavior. Sixth, orchestration. This one is the deployment, monitoring, and ongoing evaluation. Because after you make the AI agent, you need to make sure it actually works. So these 6 core components are very essential. Without assembling this correctly, your agent won't work. No matter how powerful tool you have, no matter how powerful agent you have, if these ones are not operating correctly, your agent will not work. That's why prompting and structure are so important. And that's why a lot of AI engineers spend a lot of time and focus on prompting and using these core components correctly. So the plan for today is to build an AI agent that will act as our research and learning assistant, and we will use NHN to build it. This AI agent will collect information on a topic, it will summarize it, and then it will convert it to audio, and then it will send it to me automatically. This workflow is one of my personal favorites. It helps me learn very fast, especially in areas where a lot of YouTube tutorials doesn't exist, or if the topic is very new. Therefore, I just put the information there and it does everything else for me, and then I just have to listen to audio. But if you don't want to listen to audio, you can also provide the text version. It's up to you. Because I listen to audio a lot, it's easy for me to do it this way. So now we are inside N8N, and we're going to start building the agent. The first step of the agent is the trigger. So something that triggers, something that activates the workflow. And the thing that will activate our workflow is going to be the form. So this form submission is when a user writes a topic and then the agent starts working. You can find the form submission here. This one is going to write the title as a search form. The description will be like something like input your search query to create an audio version of specific topic to learn. And then we're going to use some element for the form. The first element is going to be the field name, was going to be like topic. So the topic that people are going to research on. The placeholder can be something like AI agent. And we want to make it this field required. So without it, the agent will not be working. Another field that we're going to add is going to be time period. Let's say for like past 4 months. I'm going to make this also a quiet field. So this is very like a simple step. You're going to say execute the step. So this is how it looks, the search form. And let's write a topic, live coding. Last 3 months. So now that we see our form submission is working perfectly fine, we can continue to the next step, which is actually building the AI agent. So the trigger is the form submission, and whenever a user writes a topic there, then the AI agent starts working. And the way we know how the AI works and what kind of instruction it has is by building the AI agent. And we do it by simply giving it the right prompt, and then the right tools, and also the right chat model. If you remember in our last video, in the first part of this video, I mentioned the first thing that we have to do for any AI agent is the model, that we need to choose a model. And here we're going to do that. I already have OpenAI connected to my NHN. So in case you don't have, you can do it easily, but I already have mine. So I will just show you quickly how to do it. So you click create new credential, and then NHN, the good thing about NHN is that it has instruction and assistant AI integrated in it. So whenever you need a help, you can just literally ask, how should I do these things? I already did. So here it gave me a clear instruction step by step how to do. But if you don't know still how to do it, I made a separate video about it, so you can watch that and come back to here. So don't worry, it's very simple and easy step. But let's click the AI agent, and here we're going to define the instructions for the AI agent and the prompt. And I told you before, prompting is the most important part of any AI agent when you're building, because that actually defines how the AI agent works, how it interacts with other tools, and all the things I do. It's all about the prompting. And the prompting has structure, and I already made a video about it, so you can also watch that video. But let's go to ChatGPT, who is our best friend for anything. Here I already made a prompt ready for you. So when you're making this solution, you can just copy paste this exact prompt. But a few things I'm going to highlight is the agent already has a role, so it knows what to do. It knows the task, and it knows what is expected of the agent. And then it already knows the requirement, the constraints, the capabilities. So anything that it has to know, it already knows. And then it already has how it's going to store the memory. For example, I already wrote it here. And then it knows all the other API tools, or like any other tools I will use. So you can also customize however you want. Let's just click here. And we're just going to copy paste the whole information. Let's go back to our workflow. We're just going to write it here. The few things that we have to change here are just the following, just to make for yourself easy. For here, the topic query, you delete this and input the topic here. So it's easier for the agent to actually get the information. Same thing for here, the time period. Now, before we execute the step, let's go actually do the things that we said. So simple memory. Simple as this, you don't really have to do anything else. And then for the tool, NHN already has the tool that we need integrated. So now I can show you how to actually do it. So you can ask the assistant, and then it actually provides a step-by-step guide how to do it. And you can input the API key here. And important part, you never, never, ever, ever show your API key to anyone else. Because if someone else sees your API key, they can use it for what they want. Next step, we add the audio. Using OpenAI text-to-speech, we'll feed the summary into the model and generate a spoken version. We have to make sure that the AI agent is able to turn the text into audio. This way, we can listen while we're running or doing something else. I prefer that way a lot much better than just reading the text, and it's easier in my opinion. So we can make sure now the AI agent is actually able to do that. Also, it will be very much annoying if every single time we have the audio, we have to download it manually. I wouldn't like that, and I think that would take a lot of time. So what if the AI agent is actually able to send any audio that it generates to my email immediately without me asking for it? So I can listen to it and without asking for it, you know? So the next step would be the email delivery. So let's test if the agent is actually able to do that. So now the agent has the model, the tool, the knowledge and memory. So the next step is to add the audio. But before we do that, let's actually save our workflow before we lose it, because that doesn't feel good, does it? Not at all. Then the next is to add the audio, but this step is optional. Since I like and prefer listening to audio, it's easier and better for me. But if you're not like that, then it's up to you. You can totally skip this. It doesn't really affect the workflow at all. It's just a nice to have, not must. So you click the plus button, write OpenAI, and OpenAI has a lot of actions. You choose say, generate audio, which makes everything easier. It's under the audio action. And yeah, here you can actually, you are already connected to OpenAI account if you have done the previous step. And here you can also change the voice, different kind of voice, but depending what kind of voice you want, you can experiment and then choose the perfect one for you. But I'm going to keep it as it is. And the next thing that I want to add is like if I get the audio, and when I get the audio, I don't want to download it myself. I want to get the audio straight to my email. So we do it as the following. You write Gmail, and then we get a send a message. And I'm already connected to my Gmail account, but if you are not, it's very easy, literally. You just sign in with Google, as simple as that. You sign with your Google account and then that's it. You don't have to do anything else. And then I choose the keyboards are all the time different. So yeah, it's the email I want. The subject will be summary. And the message could be something like here is the audio file. And under the add option, we add the attachment because the audio is going to be as attachment. And then we save again because we don't want to lose it. We are almost done, but not there yet. So now we have the email delivery, we have the audio, we have the tools, memory, and everything else. But the agent seems to be ready, but it's missing very crucial thing. Although we're using a very much good research tools that will never, make any harmful content. But let's say you're using different tools that generate different kind of resources. You have to make sure that the agent has rules, something that it follows, which goes back to one of our components, which is the guardrails, meaning the agent needs safety checks. This way, we will add an OpenAI text classification node to flag harmful or inappropriate content. If flagged, the workflow sends a warning email to me instead of the normal output. So if the agent generates something that's harmful, let's say something that could be considered racist or cursing or something else, it will send me a message saying this is harmful content instead of just sending the content to me. So this way we make sure that whatever we do, it has rules and it has something that it follows instructions. This way, the guardrail is very, very important. So now we have the audio as well. So let's recall again, we have the model, the tool, the knowledge and memory, and the audio. This could and should be a functioning workflow at the moment. And some of you might be thinking, all right, let's deploy it. But wait a minute, not yet. We still have two components left, and those two components are really essential. So in order to make sure that the agent doesn't really summarize or give us any offensive words or anything that would be considered offensive, racist, abusive, anything like that, we need to put in something called safety check. And the way we do that is by, again, going to OpenAI, who is becoming our best friend at all times. So go to OpenAI again, and then choose an action called classify text for violation. So what this does is like whenever an agent gives you a summary, it actually reads through and then makes sure if this is classified as a violation or not. If it's not classified as a violation, then it will summarize an audio. Because you don't want agents to make an audio of something that's considered violation. But what if the thing that the agent gives you is considered racism, abusive, or any kind of like a bad language? So you still want to get some sort of information that this happened, so you can double check what went wrong, right? So in this classify text for violation, you can click and then write something called switch. So what would this actually do is whenever you get something that's violation, you will get an email. But if it's not violation, then you will get an email, but this email is going to be audio. So let's say flat false. Let's make another one. Flat true. So this way actually, we're gonna make another one. Gmail. Send a message. Again. Right. Error. There was violation in the text. Check the workflow. So this we would get this kind of email, and this way we would actually know, okay, there was some violation happened in the workflow, so I have to check it out and then make sure, okay, what went wrong so I can fix it. Because you definitely don't want to get an audio and be surprised what the agent is saying inside the audio. So this way we have classified the text for violation, and if the text is all right and it's good one, then it will generate an audio. But if it's not good and it's considered, violation, then it will send you a message still, so you can get notified. Once we have the safety checks in place, there's another thing we must do. For example, in production, you just don't deploy and hope for the best. You test and monitor, which takes us back to our sixth component, which is the orchestration. This way, we make sure that whatever we produce, it actually works instead of just producing and hoping for the best. We will connect Google Sheets with test cases, different topics, different time periods, and run evaluations for correctness and helpfulness. The agent's output gets logged, scored, and refined. This way we can always make sure that our agent actually behaves how we want it to behave. We are almost done. One last final part, and that is the orchestration. For this, we need to check the evaluation, and we need to test the agent with different use cases, so we can always see how it performs, and we can check the output as well, so we can monitor and see what goes right and what goes wrong. And with this, we can be able to do it by just literally adding evaluation and choose the trigger option. And you also need to be connected to the Google Sheets API, but that's also very easy if you're already connected to Google account. And you choose the evaluation on sheet 1. And let me just show you quickly the evaluation list I already have. So here is my evaluation list, and now, as you can see, I can have different topics and different time periods, and then we test the output, so we can always monitor how the agent is performing. Let's go back to our. So we did this, and again, we want to add another evaluation, so we can always check in order to make it nicer. Let's just add another. Okay, let's add it here actually. Let's add do nothing. So definitely this does nothing actually, but it's just in the terms of, you know, looking nice and adding the nodes together. It's just nice, in my opinion. And then let's go to the AI agent part and then add here another evaluation. And you choose a set output. So in here you also like test and check the output of the agent to see if the result is good. Let's choose the Google Sheets account that we need. And then again, the evaluation on sheet 1. So this way we can always monitor how the agent is performing. While I was about to say the workflow is done, I noticed one simple mistake that I made, and I want to clarify and fix that before it's too late. So after the agent, I noticed that the evaluation is straightaway connected to it, and then again it's straightaway connected to the classified text. But I really don't want to do that, and so I'm gonna delete this connection, and I'm gonna also delete this connection. What I will do is that I'm gonna add another no operation, do nothing node, like here. And as always, this really does nothing, but it just looks a bit nicer when everything is connected to each other in proper way. And this way one will be connected to the evaluation itself, because the evaluation is going to be a different set of workflow. And the evaluation, this is the set output. We will add another evaluation that's going to evaluate the metrics of the output. So this, you're going to use the set metrics, and this one is going to evaluate the how correct, for example, the output is, how helpful it is, and how similar it is, and how categorized it is. So it's just depending how you want it to evaluate. For us, I'm going to choose the helpfulness. So it will evaluate how helpful the test output it is. And it already has a prompt ready, so you don't have to worry about that. So now it looks nicer, and you can almost say it's very complete. But one single thing that's still missing is we need to make this workflow active. Now, as you can see in the top part, is inactive, so we need to make it active. And before that, let's actually save it. And yeah, so now the agent has access to the tool, the model, the knowledge and memory. It has access to the yeah to the and now you can consider this agent or this workflow ready because it has the 6 core components: the model, the tool, the knowledge and memory, the audio and speech, which is optional, the guardrail, and the orchestration. And it's getting evaluated around the time with different test use cases. And the output of the test use cases are also being evaluated and being seen if they are correct, if they are helpful, and they can be monitored. So you can always check what is wrong, what is right. So you can just consider it done, and it's not really that difficult as long as you understand the 6 core components and you actually employ them correctly. And if you have them, and if you follow the 6 core components correctly, then you can technically deploy any agent, any workflow easily without any headache. And you can always monitor it all the time. So yeah, this was it, I think. I'm quite excited to see what else you guys are going to build. So let me know. So at this point, the agent has all the 6 components. Remember, the model, the tool, the memory, the audio, the guardrails, and the orchestration. It's able to produce any summaries about any topic that we give it to. It converts them into audio, and then it emails them directly to us. And then from here, you can improve everything technically. You can improve the topics, you can improve the prompt, you can improve the UI with tools such as Lovable, and you can add dashboards, you can add download options, you can even add full front end without code. And you might be wondering, how the heck can I make full front end without code? Don't worry, I'm gonna build full website using tool called Lovable, and you can see how functional, how beautiful it is, and it will make you think, okay, if this exists, why am I not taking full advantage of it? So don't worry, I will show you. And yeah, that's it for today. And by now, you are able to build a full AI agent that can help you with any research, any learning using NHN and multiple different tools. Before we end the video, I want to ask final question. What are the 6 components of an AI agent? We covered them all today. So what are those? If you know it, write down below in the comments. If you don't know, watch the video again. How dare you? And I'll see you in the next videos. Bye.